Hello and welcome to Getting Started with CleverDeck, and in this video I'm going to show you just how easy it is to create your first page with CleverDeck. So we'll start on the dashboard, and as you can see here I can click on the Edit Pages icon, or I can access the page from the Content drop down menu. So on the Edit Page screen we've got a drop down list showing all of the pages that are currently on our website. And you can see on the CleverDeck website we've actually got quite a few on there. On the actual editor form we've got a number of help icons on the right hand side, and if we click on one of the help icons it brings up a new screen just telling us a little bit about what each field does. You'll also see quick tips around the system, and each editor page is split up into numbered sections just to make it easier to edit. So when we're creating a new page, the main thing we have to worry about at the moment is the page address name, which appears in the it's the address that appears in your web browser, and also the page name, and this is the one that appears in the drop down list of pages on the system. So let's just create a new page and click the create button. And as you can see at the top it tells us that the page has been created successfully. So the page is now being loaded ready for editing, and as you can see we've got a delete button and an edit content button has appeared, as well as a launch website button. So if we click on the launch button it will show us what the page looks like, and as you can see here there's actually no content on the page at the moment. So we'll return to the editor, and we've got features that allow us to copy another page, so we can actually create templates to copy for getting started quickly. And we can also optimize our page. There's the SEO information, search engine optimization information, so we can edit things like the title, the description and the keyword meta tags. So we're going to click on edit and we'll get started editing the page. This is the main editor screen, and at the top of the page it tells you the page name that you're editing, and we've got a back button so we can return back at any time. Now the thing you'll notice about the CleverDeck page is that it's split up into zones. So on our main CleverDeck website we've got the top zone, which is actually a coloured area. So your top zone usually is a coloured area, textured pattern, or a photograph. And then we've got the middle zone, which is white or light in colour. The other two zones don't allow us to add much content, but they are the header and the footer zone. So let's go ahead and add our header, and we're just giving it a nickname there so that we can easily identify our block. And we've got a delete button so we can remove the block at any time. We can shuffle the order of our blocks, or we can edit the block. We call them blocks. These are just types of content that you can add to your page. What you'll notice about a CleverDeck page is that it doesn't work the same as other content management systems. Traditionally on a content management system you will have a fixed area where you can add your content, and you will actually control the formatting of your content from within that editor window. So it'll be things like the size of the text, the space in between images, the colours of the text, all of that you have to control yourself. What CleverDeck does, it allows you to add these different blocks to different sections of your page to create whatever layout you want. And CleverDeck will actually style and take care of all of those elements. And this also allows us to split a page up to make it a lot more interesting for our visitors. So on the editor, I'll click the edit button there. You can see here we can turn on and off things like our menu bar, our contact details, our logo, social channels. And so what I'm going to do is just activate my menu and my logo, and I'll click save there. And we can have different combinations on different pages. So I'll go back to the editor, and now I'm just going to add a footer. So I'll add the footer there, and again just to edit it I will show my contact details and click save. Now if I return to my page and just refresh, I can see what it looks like now. So we can see I've got my menu up there, I've got my logo, and then I've got my footer with my footer menu all appearing on the page. As you can see, we've got no content in at the moment, so it's just an empty page, so we can start adding our content next. So I'll just add a title to the page, and the title is using the snippet block. And as you can see on the top zone and the middle zone, we've got lots more controls or blocks that we can actually add to the zone, and each one of these has a specific feature, and these are things that you will learn as you're going along. But for now, if we just add the snippet block, click on the edit button, and as we mentioned before, each of the editors is broken down into numbered sections, which just makes it easy. We can just follow along and set up our page. So I will choose a style for my snippet, and I'm just going to keep it as a plain heading there. And I'll just add my title text. I can actually add a smaller amount of text that will go underline as well, but I'm going to leave that for now. And if I wanted to, I could turn my small text into a link, and throughout the website you'll see these drop downs where we can just select pages that we've already created. So I'll click save. I'll go back to the editor, and let's just take a look and see what that page now looks like. Okay, we can see here we've got a title there, and that's appeared. Because we've put it in the top zone, it's actually appeared with our background colour there, so it just creates a little bit more interest for the page. But I'm not quite happy with that title, so if we flick back, click edit, and I'm just going to change it to a bar heading. So nice and simply, change the style, go back and refresh my page, and we can see it's changed the style of my title there. So now I'm going to add some content to my middle zone, and that's the white zone. So I'm going to add a column. I'm just going to call it intro. Columns are actually really flexible blocks, and you'll see this when we start to edit them. They're very powerful indeed. They let us add images, and we can add 2 to 4 columns, and we can switch the columns around, and you'll find you'll use them quite a bit. So I can add a title to the block. I'm going to leave that blank for now, and you can see we've got 2 blocks or 2 columns within our block that have been created automatically for us. So I'll click edit and start editing my column here. I'll give it a title, intro, and I think I'm going to just put an image on this one as well, so I'll click open. I've got a sample image there ready, and I can add my text to this column here. What I'm going to do is I'm not actually going to add any text, I'm just going to add an image to this column. And you'll see down here we can add a more information link to a column as well as an image and as well as text. So now we can see there's the title that I had before called intro and my sample image there. So I'll edit the second column now. And I'm not going to put a title, I'm just going to put some text in this one. Click save, and I'll actually just do a typo that. And I'm just going to add a button there as well. So let's go back now, back to the editor, and you can see I've got my intro column there. So I'll just see what that looks like. Hit refresh, and you can see I've added a new column and some text. And it's very simple to go back into your column, and we can either create another column by clicking add new column, or I can switch around the order of my columns very simply by clicking the arrow keys. And if we go back and just refresh our page, we can see that I've switched the order there. So as you can see, it's really easy to start building up a page using CleverDeck. CleverDeck takes care of all of the style for you. So in future videos we're going to show you the huge variety of different page types that you can actually start to build up using CleverDeck. And don't forget, if you need any support at all, we've got deck designers standing by waiting to help. So have fun creating your first page. Thanks for watching.